Hey, Owen, you got a minute?
What's up?
I've been getting some weird messages the last few days.
Really?
They're from a woman, but they don't make any sense, and it's weird.
What kind of messages?
She says she's your ex-wife, that she's getting back together with you, that she's going on a honeymoon again with you. She seems to know about you. Do you have any idea?
Why would I have any idea? I only got married once. I don't have an ex-wife. You know that. Besides, we're a perfectly good couple, and I can't imagine us getting divorced.
Right. I don't have any doubts in you either, but I keep getting messages and it's a bit creepy. I wonder if you knew anything about it.
It is creepy. This is very upsetting. There's no way I know someone who would send this kind of creepy messages. If this continues, I'll have to do something about it.
Yeah.
If you get another weird message, let me know right away.
Okay. Can I have a word now? Finally, Jack went to the city hall. What? Apparently, he's going to file for divorce. You don't stand a chance now, do you? Just shut up and give him back to me. Wait a minute. Who is Jack? And what are you talking about? Again, you're being so stubborn. That's your husband's name, isn't it? It's not my husband's name. You don't have to be so stubborn at this point. He's about to file for divorce right now. I'm very sorry, but he's no longer your husband. My husband's name is not Jack. You're really annoying. Well, you don't know anything about it, and then all of a sudden you get divorced. I know it must be shocking for you to hear that your husband is back with his ex-wife. But this is happening, so just admit it already. Well, Jack is not my husband, so I don't think there's nothing to admit here. Are you just harassing me? I don't even know what you want from me. Don't be ridiculous. He just came out of the city hall and finished filing the divorce papers. This means that you and he are divorced. You just have to accept it. I never saw the divorce papers and I never filled them out. I don't know what you have been talking about. I know you don't want to admit it, but since I'm kind enough to let you know, you better thank me so you can accept the reality. I'm pretty sure you filled out divorce papers. That is absolutely not true. I checked with my husband. There's no way Jack would approve of that. We are going to file the marriage certificate tomorrow. I'm very sorry, but you just have to deal with it. Sorry, I was late to report this. But Jack filed our marriage certificate yesterday. I've been busy shopping for a new life, so I haven't been able to contact you. Even though we are remarried, we are still newlyweds, so we have a lot of preparations to do. I'm happy with my preparations. Even though I'm busy, my heart is full of happiness. I told you I don't know Jack. You just can't let this go, can you? You already got a divorce and we got remarried, okay? I have no idea what you're talking about. I understand your reluctance to admit it. He finally became rich with his successful business. And just when you're about to be happy, he's getting divorced. It's hard to accept, isn't it? But this is the reality. Life isn't always fair, you know? My husband is a company employee. He has not started his own business, nor has he succeeded in business. He's not a divorced man, as I've said many times. So I think you have mistaken with someone. You really don't want to believe it, But it's a fact because we're going on our honeymoon soon. My elite husband is back with me after all. How do you feel now, you pathetic loser? What else can I say? I'm not lying. I don't need to be talking to a loser and giggling about it. I'm too busy getting ready for my new life and my trip. I can't be bothered with you. Well then, I'm going to leave you now. Owen, I'm getting a weird text going on. Can I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah, no problem. What did she say this time?
She keeps saying that my husband's name is Jack. I told her many times that is not my husband's name. And it seems like his wife's name is Violet.
So her name is the same as yours. It's a bit complicated, isn't it? This Jack guy remarried someone named Violet after he divorced her.
It's complicated, but I think that's what happened. Does the name Jack mean anything to you?
Jack.
I can't think of anyone at all.
Oh, wait.
You know him?
We weren't particularly close, but there was a guy named Jack at a part-time job, right?
By part-time job, you mean when you were in school?
Yeah, a fresh, handsome-looking guy. He was very popular with the girls, remember?
Ah, there was a guy like that. I start to remember now. Was his name Jack?
As I recall, we had a group account with the part-timers. I wonder if it was related to that.
Yeah, but I don't know why Jack and I are supposed to be married.
I don't get that part. I think I still have his contact, so I'll try to text him.
What? You sure?
Of course I'm sure. I can't just ignore when you're having a bad day.
Thank you.
Hey, Violet, I got in touch with Jack.
Really? Oh, thank goodness.
Well, the woman's name is Nora, and it's true that she was married to Jack, but he hasn't been in touch with her, and he has no intention of remarrying her either.
Well, then what on earth is going on?
Probably because she used his phone while they were married. That's when she got the IDs of the members of the group at his part-time job.
But there were other girls at the part-time job, so why me?
According to what he says, he became successful in his business right after he got divorced with Nora.
Okay.
Ever since she found out about it, she's been following him around.
Huh? You mean for money?
I'm not sure, but I guess something like that. I mean, what else could it be?
Well...
He said he's sorry for the trouble he's caused you, who had nothing to do with it. He said, frankly, he doesn't know what's going on either.
I see. I was somewhat relieved since now I know who it was, but I don't know what to do. It's depressing to keep getting harassing messages like this.
That's true, but he said it wouldn't last that long.
Really? I hope that's true. Hello, Jack's ex-wife. It's been a while since I've heard from you. I'm leaving for my honeymoon. I'm meeting Jack at the airport right now. Is that so? You're really meeting up with him? Oh, you still don't believe me, do you? I keep telling you, you and Jack are already divorced, and I'm his new wife. Just accept it already. After all, no one could have been a better man than Jack for me. Oh well. I think we have a strong bond that keeps us together even after we've broken up. That's why there's no room for you. Just forget about him. I'm begging you. I've never been married to Jack. Yeah, whatever. Hey, Violet. What on earth did you do to me? What do you mean? We're meeting up to leave for our honeymoon, but Jack hasn't shown up yet. You got something to do with this, don't you? What the hell did you do? I've been telling you for a long time. My husband is not Jack, and we are not divorced. How could I have done anything? And besides, Jack has already departed, hasn't he? Huh? Where? I don't know where he's going. Stop lying. I'll check with him. Be my guest. Hey, what's going on? I called him and he said he's in Europe with his wife. I don't understand. I'm supposed to be his wife. What kind of tricks did you pull? Why haven't you divorced him? I told you my husband is not Jack. Why don't you believe me? Because a few years ago, he told me that his wife's name was Violet when he got remarried. He seems to have forgotten that he even mentioned the name Violet. Huh? What do you mean? As soon as you found out that he became successful in business, you were following him around trying to get back together. So he said the name that just happened to come to his mind at that time. Huh? He didn't want to tell you his wife's real name. The name that came to his mind at that time happened to be the same name as mine. Why did your name just pop into his head? Actually, my husband, Jack, and I worked part-time at the same restaurant when we were students. In short, we were part-timers. What? I had completely forgotten about Jack, but when my husband heard his name, he remembered him. Jack thought that his wife might be in danger, so he tried to repel you without hurting you. Was that so? He thought that his current wife might be harmed, so he had a plan to move overseas for work. He said he moved that schedule up a bit and moved his wife first. Wait a minute. I don't understand. Then, how are you going to explain that he had to file divorce and marriage papers to the city hall? Oh, my husband and I had a good laugh about that. It's so funny that it cracks me up. Hey, what's so funny about that? You're being rude. Explain. I think you were just making a big deal about the divorce and remarriage. Huh? Jack had to go to the city hall for some paperwork every day because he was moving overseas. You just assumed that he had gone to file the divorce and marriage papers. So, I was misunderstanding everything? Yes, you were. It seems that your divorce papers were thrown out in the garbage. Then, what was all that honeymoon talk about? That's something he isn't sure about either. But the only thing he could think of is... He said he told you he was going overseas for work. You might thought he meant honeymoon. Everything was full of misunderstandings, and the more I listened to you, the more I couldn't stop laughing. Oh my! Well, no matter what he told you, you took it in a way that's good for you, and you became a pain in the ass. Eventually, he was just answering you in a careless manner. He was also funny. Don't laugh. What's so funny that I'm thinking seriously and acting seriously? Because you were so wrong. How can you not laugh at this? You are so rude. Then what? Are you saying Jack is not divorced, nor remarried to me? It seems so. So, that means no honeymoon? How can there be a honeymoon if you aren't even married? And Jack is not in the U.S.? Seems so. He is a successful businessman, isn't he? It seems that he will be expanding his business by setting up overseas offices. I'm sure he'll be earning more and more money. Oh my God! You're messing up my life plan. You should do something about it. Why me? I have nothing to do with you or Jack. It just so happens that his fictitious wife's name is the same as mine. I never even met you before. I don't think I will ever see you either. So, will you not contact me anymore? I can't. Why not? Actually, I got into escort services after Jack and I broke up. Oh, this is more and more none of my business. So, I really wanted to have this young, good-looking man's heart. I kept paying him money. I spent all the money we had shared in property division, but I still had to borrow a lot of money to pay him. And now, I can't pay back that money. That's why I decided to ask Jack, who makes a lot of money, to help me out. Oh, you mean you are in need of money? Yes, I am. Do you understand? I understand that you are in need of money, but I have nothing to do with it. Don't say that. I think this whole thing is a sign that you should help me. Will you help me? Huh? You must be joking. For example, you should convince Jack to get back together with me. He has a wife, you know. There's no way I could convince him since he wanted to get away from you, you know. No matter how you look at it, it's impossible. Then maybe you could lend me some money? Well, can't you do something about it, even if it's just $80,000? Of course I'll pay you back someday. Are you crazy? What? Why should I lend money to a complete stranger? I don't understand. I didn't like your selfish misunderstanding. I could have reported you to the police for stalking me. I would never lend you money. Please don't misunderstand that. Don't be so cold. I'm really in trouble. If I don't make my payment by the end of the week, I would be in serious trouble. They will come after me. Can you please help me? I'm a stranger. If you're going to ask me for money, why don't you ask someone closer to you? I will never lend you money no matter how much you ask. Oh no! I don't even know what you look like, okay? How can I lend you $80,000? Please ask someone else. Don't say that! If you persist any longer, I'll file a police report. Anyway, you and I have nothing to do with each other. I will block your account. Violet, please! We got connected with this whole thing. So can you somehow do me a favor? I can't do it, no matter how many times you ask me to. Well then... Violet, please! After that, Violet claimed that she was played by Jack's lie. She then asked Jack's parents for compensation. However, the story was so strange that they confirmed with Jack. When they found out that she had made up the whole story, they coldly rejected her. They issued a restraining order through the police. She was unable to repay her debt, so she was taken away by a man who looks like a bad guy. I don't know what happened after that, as we are not friends or anything. I hope she is alive and well. I am living peacefully with Owen as before. I think that Owen and Jack are in touch from time to time because of this incident. We have promised to travel to Europe where Jack lives. I am looking forward to it.